Previously on My Two Bits.
I have come to conquer first your channel, then this entire universe. You have not seen the last of me, Comic Sans. I shall return. So, detective, rumor has it you're not very popular around here right now. As it would turn out, that is a trait that we both have in common. How does that old additive go? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Wait, what's going on? Oh dear sweet Celestia. Jet used pieces of Shark's time machine to make that lever.
I see. So, Comics got himself a time travel device. Yes. That'll work perfectly. You useless, incompetent waste of organic matter. What do you mean you couldn't find it? Aren't you supposed to be a detective or something? You know what? Screw it. You want something done right? Do it yourself. I have a way to get Comic and Company out of that apartment for a little while.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late. I just got off work at Hablix. I had to get a job because reviewing doesn't exactly pay the bills, and because Jet racked up a huge gambling debt, he can't pay his portion of the rent. Cool Man always gets his rent in on time. Guess he has some pretty high-paying gigs. But I'm here, so let's begin the review. Friends Forever number 10 is another rather odd pairing. Fluttershy and Iron Will. It is essentially a sequel to Putting Your Foot Down. Ah, shit! I meant hoof. Take it from the top. Wait. I forgot to do a spoiler alert. I'll just take it from the top after I do that.
In the immortal words of Iron Will, if they don't spoiler alert, they get hurt!
Okay, so today I'm reviewing Friends Forever number 10, starring another rather odd pairing, Fluttershy and Iron Will. It is essentially a sequel to Putting Your Hoof Down, and it is written by Christina Rice with art by Agnes Garbowska. The comic begins at Buy Our Toys Castle, and yes, I'm calling it that, where the castle is only there for product placement. Because all it really exists for is to establish a group of ponies fleeing from Iron Will. It has no other significance to the story. You can pretty much just skip the first 1 to 2 pages and won't miss anything from the actual plot of the comic. Anyways, Iron Will is back in Ponyville and he wants to see Fluttershy. Wait, Fluttershy? As memory dictates, the last time Fluttershy and Iron Will met, this happened.
You were nothing but a doormat, and Iron Will turned you into a lean, mean, assertive machine! Now, pay Iron Will what you owe Iron Will!
No.
What did you say?
No. As I recall, during your workshop you promised 100% satisfaction guaranteed or you pay nothing. Well, I'm not satisfied.
What do you mean you're not satisfied? Every pony has always been satisfied!
Well, I guess I'm the first then. But since I'm not satisfied, I refuse to pay. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry, but no means no.
No means no, huh? Nobody's ever said that to me before.
The remaining 5 all assume that he is after the bits that Fluttershy owes him, so they all rush over to Fluttershy's cottage to protect her. Turns out, 2 things end up happening. 1, Fluttershy handles the situation herself. 2, Iron Will needs Fluttershy's help.
Say what?
And in what way can Fluttershy help? Well, he needs to be less assertive. Or, as he puts it, find his inner pony. Wait, is this going to be another villain gets reformed story? Well, To every pony's surprise, she agrees to help him. The first thing they try is animal therapy with all of Fluttershy's woodland friends. And surprisingly, everything is going quite well. Until Fluttershy tries to have Iron Will cook for Angel. Yeah, it goes about as well as you'd expect. I mean, this is the asshole rabbit that did this to Fluttershy when there wasn't a cherry on top of his salad.
Angel?
So they decide to move on to something else when Fluttershy decides that Iron Will isn't ready to deal with Angel. Well, maybe he would be if you didn't, spoil him rotten, Fluttershy! Anyways, up next, they try to have Iron Will do some customer service at Sugar Cube Corner. After scaring away Poindexter and Twist, Pinky decides to be the most indecisive customer ever. I don't even fault Iron Will for getting mad at Pinky. Indecisive customers are the worst. I really hope my boss doesn't see this video. Getting back on track, next they try apple bucking, because that's apparently a way to get in touch with one's inner pony. Sure. And when that fails, they visit the spa. Seriously? A key factor in being a pony is going to the spa. Well then, I must not be a pony then, because I don't go to the spa. I mean, I understand apple bucking, sort of, but a spa? This comic has no idea what being a pony means. It's just throwing random things together and hoping no pony notices. I'm pretty sure that the key factor in being a pony is kindness and friendship. I mean, it's in the title of the show, the friendship part, not the kindness part, but it's kind of implied. As expected at this point, it fails. Iron Will then rips out of his robe with the pure, unadulterated manliness coursing through his muscles and storms into the Everfree Forest, followed closely by Fluttershy. There we find out the true reason why Iron Will came seeking Flutter's help. He was kicked out of the maze because his kid was talking back to his mother, an act which kinda made Iron Will proud. But the Mrs. didn't like it, and she wanted Iron Will to be a better role model and be less assertive. This eventually leads to the realization that Iron Will needs to teach his son that there is a time and place for assertiveness, and that he needs to respect his parents. Which is actually a pretty good lesson that kids should learn, though Iron Will is not going to go so crazy as to include that in his seminars, because apparently it goes against the message of an assertiveness seminar? I don't know. The comic ends with Iron Will cooking a gourmet meal for the main six as a way to say thank you. The end. So, this comic, yeah, it was kinda meh. I'd give it 5 displeased angel bunnies out of 10. It was repetitive. He tried one task and failed, and he tries another task and fails over and over and over and over again. Not to mention that none of the tasks had anything remotely to do with finding one's inner pony. They were just tasks that the main six did on a daily basis, which I guess makes them their specific personality or pony, but not one's inner pony. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's kindness and friendship. It was also the reformation that no pony asked for. Iron Will was a business pony. He ran an assertiveness seminar. It wasn't his fault that Fluttershy took his teachings in putting your hoof down too far. But he was still portrayed as a villain. He didn't need a reformation. That being said, it wasn't a bad Reformation by any means. At least it wasn't a last-minute, several-second-long Reformation like with Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer. We actually had roughly 20-ish pages to have him reform. But it could have been a more interesting comic even with the Reformation plot. All they had to do was actually teach him how to get in touch with his inner pony. Teach him friendship and kindness, not how to be the main six. Also, the morals were okay. There is a time and place for assertiveness, and patience is the best way to solve one's problems. The first one was essentially a rehash of the moral they tried to teach in Putting Your Hoof Down, but they actually did a better job at it than in Putting Your Hoof Down. Second one was more just Fluttershy's teaching method. Well, that is my 2 belts. Bits. My 2 bits. There have been mess-ups and mistakes in this entire video. I need a vacation. If only I could afford one. Wonder who that could be. Coolman, Jet, Text, take a look at this. Congratulations, Mr. Sands. You have won an all-expense-paid trip for you and 3 of your friends/family to our historic Cantor Creek Western Resort. The train leaves at 9 a.m. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, we're not gonna investigate that. That's not suspicious to anyone. Yeah, no, good. You're right. It's better this way.
Well, that was my 2 bits on this comic. Tell me your 2 bits on it in the comments below, and while you're down there, why not suggest a possible future spoiler alert? And don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, remember you can support my 2 bits on Patreon. Well, I'm Comic Sans, and I will see you next time when I review The Good, the Bad, and the Pony, Part 1, in Cantor Creek. Isn't that where the arc takes place? I wonder if this is a setup for something.